What's going on, y'all? Sean here with a simple, or what I believe is a simple message. Stick with your workout. Stop changing up so much. Stop changing with the wind or with the latest trend or anything else, that kind of thing. Stop switching up so much. I know this from personal experience. So when I was high schooler, like maybe 16, 17 years old, my family and I would go to Barnes and Noble a lot of time on the weekends, like Friday or Saturday night. Cause being a family of readers, we would like to go there, read. My mom and dad might buy sometimes. Of course, we didn't really have money like that. We being me and my twin brother. But anyhow, my mom and dad would go, read books, maybe like, Christian section or whatever kind of stuff they were doing. And then my brother and I would go to the magazine section. If you go to Barnes and Noble, you're familiar with their expansive magazine section, and we'll go specifically to two types of magazines, the car magazines, but especially the muscle magazines. Okay, and so I'm talking about muscle and fitness. I'm talking about flex. I'm talking about muscular development, all those kind of magazines. And if you know, you know. So being naturally thin, and I'm still kind of on the skinny side, but I'm definitely, believe it or not, more muscular than I used to be. But being on the more skinny side, we had a very vested interest in building a lot of muscle. And prior to that time, I did have a little bit of weightlifting experience. Specifically in the 10th grade, I had a weightlifting class that I took, and I did gain a little bit of muscle in that class, but not really noticeable. But anyhow, um, we would read these magazines, and you have a lot of the people who were big back then, like in bodybuilding, like of course Ronnie Coleman and Jay Cutler and Gunther. I never know how to say his last name, but he's the German guy, and Flex Wheeler and Sean Ray, all these people. And then of course we'll talk about other people like Lee Haney. Shout out to Lee Haney. Who I've had the opportunity to interview once before, but anyhow, or twice rather. Yeah. But anyhow, so we would read those magazines, and if you know how those magazines are, and it's the same with even other fitness magazines. If you have a bodybuilder or like some sort of celebrity who's really fit, a lot of times they'll interview them and then they'll give a sample workout. And so, being the novices that my brother and I were, we would often get tips from those magazines, those particular sample workouts, and try to implement those at home. Because we had a weight system, a weight bench, a nice one that my dad had bought, and we figured that if these guys really tacked on all these slabs of beef onto their bodies or whatever, then it must be their workouts and whatnot. And and here's the thing: I was reading magazine after magazine after magazine after magazine, and then we would go in the future times and get more tips, this and that. It was good for me, but there is a few things that I know now that I really, 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 really didn't understand. One, when you're reading about people who've been in the fitness world for a while, you're reading about people who have an extensive amount of experience. A lot of times it's very specific experience, because especially depending on what your goals are. If you're looking at a bodybuilding magazine, there are certain ways that you kind of need to lift to kind of maximize muscle growth. And so couple that with years of experience, these workouts will be very extensive. I mean, I'm talking about all kind of sets and reps. And you need a high volume of sets and reps to gain muscle in an optimal manner. But so that was one factor, just the fact that these guys had lots of experience, and they also had very specific ways that they trained on top of that experience. Another thing is, um, and this is really the main reason I'm recording this video. I had an issue back then. My issue was that I never gave a workout a chance to work. So I would get a lot of tips from bodybuilding magazines, fitness magazines, eventually stuff online, and but I would be switching, and then I would even just kind of come up with stuff in my head, workout routines and stuff. I come up with that stuff in my head, even kind of bleeding into college and post college and whatnot. And I was just disappointed, man. I was disappointed with my progress. Yeah, I gained some muscle. I could see some definition, some shape. But the truth be told, I was moving too fast, meaning I was going from one workout to the next, and I was never doing anything long enough to get results. And just to cut to the chase, when I was maybe 23 years old, I made the decision to switch over to calisthenics. Now, understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that calisthenics is the key. That's what I chose to do, but it's a lot of different workout methods that will serve to help you to reach whatever your goals are. I just chose that particular kind of strength training, and I wrote up a workout for myself. It was basically like a big circuit workout. I think it was like maybe push-ups, pull-ups. Then I come back and do like dips and chin-ups. Pull-ups being this way, chin-ups being underhand that way. And I would go through that circuit and I would do some amount of reps. I would specify how many reps I was doing for each of those individual exercises. And I would go through that circuit during the workout 5 to 7 times, I think. And I did that same workout for many weeks. It may have even been months without changing anything. I had gotten to a point specifically where I was just fed up with, like even thinking about all this stuff because I was like, man, I'm not really getting results I want anyway. So let me just stick with this and just do it and just kind of dedicate myself to increasing one rep every week. And then one day I went to the gym, and I've talked about this before. I think it's a video where I was talking about triceps or something like that. You see that? But anyway, I um I remember going to the gym one day to do my usual circuit workout, and then I specifically kind of like turned a certain way in the mirror, and I saw like tricep definition that I had not seen before, like separation in the tricep and definition. I was like, oh wow, I've never seen that. And that was after me doing the same thing for a very long time. Now, I mention this because I really want to drive a point home. We emphasize the importance of changing up your workout frequently, every few weeks so that you can you know, keep your muscles guessing so you reduce the likelihood of plateauing. That's important. However, in my experience, like I said, I did the same thing week after week after week after week. And I believe what that did for me is it enabled me to develop strength in those movements, and perfect my form. It also enabled me to kind of get my rep count up so I could really start to develop muscle because I was pretty weak in those moves when I first started doing the calisthenics routines. And I also did do something that kept me from plateauing, which was me adding a rep to each exercise every week. That was the change I was making because you got to remember this: when it comes to progressing with exercise, it's not just changing up a workout that you would do to kind of like keep your muscles guessing. You can also do stuff like adding reps, adding weight, reducing the time between sets, um, slowing the reps down, different things like that. Because you have frequency, how many times you do the workout a week, intensity, how hard you make the workout, um, time, and I think that's like slowing down and speeding up a workout. Um, and there's another one that people say now: frequency, intensity, time, and maybe tempo or something. I can't remember. But there's a lot of things you can modify to make a workout such that you continue to progress. And what I was doing was adding like one rep a week, and that was enough for me. But the key was being consistent and doing one thing for a long time. Again, I understand this may actually fly in the face of what some people say, but I think it's important because the thing is, a lot of us, especially in this day and age, back then we didn't have social media and stuff like that. Not well, we did, but not like this where it's so pervasive in all these different kind of like areas of life and these industries and whatnot. But with all the information out there, it's tempting, especially when you see somebody who looks the way you want to look. It's tempting to switch what you're doing again and again and again and again and again and again. I challenge you to find a routine. Do that routine. For example, 3 days a week. Same thing. Add a little bit every week. Okay. And just consistently come back and do it again and again and again. Don't worry about what people say, like, oh, you're going to plateau. Don't worry about that because you need to develop the consistency anyway. First, that's really the key ingredient. And I always say that that's really the key ingredient, consistency. When you do that, instead of like jumping around because this celebrity, that actress, whoever did these workouts and their arms look at like this and their chest looks like that, whatever. If you stick with it, you'll start to see results and you'll become the kind of person who gets results from workouts. So I hope this is clear. Trust me, I know this from personal experience, from a lot of personal disappointment and stuff like that. So make sure you stay consistent with your workouts. If you need help with a workout, I'll have a link in the bottom where you can connect with me so I can help you develop a customized plan that you can follow consistently to get results with your workout. Make sure you look in the description for that, okay? All right. Check it out. Does this describe you? You're a person who already exercises or you have significant experience with exercising in the past. You're self-motivated. In other words, you don't mind pushing yourself. You'll go out there to the gym or to wherever you work out and you'll push yourself. You're not getting the results that you want with your current routine, your lifestyle routine, your workout routine. And you need an expert to help you to pinpoint the areas that you need to tweak so that you can finally get the results that you want. If this describes you, my customized workout and wellness program is probably just a thing for you. So it includes the following. It includes an initial virtual fitness consultation so we can see exactly where you are. It includes 4 weeks worth of workout routines that are customized based on your goals. It also includes specific diet recommendations, also customized based on food journaling that you provide to me, and I give you feedback and tips to change your diet to a healthier one that supports your goals. And then finally, it includes exercise tutorials that I've created myself to guide you through some of the moves. If you're interested in one of my customized workout and wellness programs just for you, make sure you click below, click the link, and go ahead and fill out that questionnaire, and we'll go ahead and get the process started. I look forward to helping you. As we get older, it becomes increasingly important to maintain and build muscle. Muscle helps you burn fat, stay mobile, and can contribute to longevity. However, many people have no idea how to work out to build muscle. My mini workout series on Patreon provides you with my body weight mini workout video library. These workouts use little to no equipment, which means that you can do them in the privacy of your own home. They start at beginner level and progress from there to ensure you continue to see results. Every workout is a full body workout, hitting chest, back, legs, and glutes, as well as other muscles in between. Become a patron today and receive access to my series of mini workouts, plus access to a digital copy of my book, 8 Weeks to Transform Your Diet and Your Health. By combining the workouts with healthy diet changes, as outlined in my book, you'll definitely be on your way to weight loss, improved health, and visible results. Join me at patreon.com/SeanB2B Fitness today.